Welcome to the Smarter Money Life podcast hosted by Andy Mattingly. Frequent guest on local TV news, regular segment on Indy Now TV, and a leader here at Forum Credit Union. Forum's mission is to help members lead their financial dreams, and in today's podcast, we're going to cover a topic that will help you improve your financial life. This is the IRS calling, and unless you pay me right now, you'll be arrested. What should you do? Can you really be arrested for not paying the IRS? Hello, this is Andy Mattingly, and I'm back today to talk about imposter scams and other frauds that occur almost daily. Now, the imposter scam is exactly what it sounds like. They pretend to be someone they're not, and they try to convince you to send them money, share your personal information, give them credit card numbers, passwords for online banking. They play on your emotions, they're trying to scare you, and they're really trying to convince you you've won something big. So let's talk about this. How do they attempt to pose as someone else? Well, they're really good at it, first of all. They'll send you an email that looks like it's legitimate. Or maybe they call you on the phone and they sound very convincing. Or they text you. Or they send a social media message that, well, hey, that looks legit. They could even be spoofing your financial institution's phone number or email. They could be spoofing a website. So they're really good. Basically, they're trying to pose as someone else. Now, what are the most prevalent imposter scams? And you might not realize all of these, but I'm going to go through them. And it's a longer list than you might think. The first one is, I already kind of teed it up, is the fake IRS agent. And just so you know, the IRS isn't going to call you. They'll always send a letter and have you call them. And you don't go to jail for an unpaid tax bill if it's your first notice. So know that. Now, another popular one is they're trying to pose as a lottery winning. And they request that you have to send money so that your big winnings can be released. Another one is what's called a pop-up call. You happen to click on something on your laptop or iPad, and it says there's a dangerous software issue on your PC, and you need to call. One of my favorite ones, well, I shouldn't say favorites, one of the ones that really happens a lot now is the fake FBI agent. And they say that your bank is insolvent and you need to move your money to them and put it in crypto. Credit cards. You get a call from an agent saying they're from your financial institution and that you need to reset your card and a bunch of information because there's been fraudulent activity and you need to stop it. Another one, this is popular all the time. It used to only be during the holidays. The delivery delay. There's a text or voicemail saying that something is about to be delayed being delivered to you and it's a big charge and you didn't make it. But if you just confirm, they'll stop it. Another one, and this is usually when they try to target grandparents, is that there's a call or text saying that a grandchild needs money to get out of trouble and you need to give it to them right away and the person's going to come by your house and pick up the money from you. And then there's the romance knot. And this is entirely online. And the goal is to build trust and get money for investments, and then that money is gone. And then finally, the last one, especially since people are going to be going on vacation soon, either spring break or in the summer, and I like to call it, where's the house? So you think you're actually on a VRBO or Airbnb site, and they ask you to wire money, and then you get there and you find out that the house isn't there. So these are a lot of the imposter scams, and I only share those with you not to scare you, but to make sure that you're really paying attention. Now, are there any big warning signs? Yeah. First of all, if you get an unsolicited call, text, email from an organization that you don't do business with, but it seems like it's recognizable, that's a warning sign because you should have a reason for getting the call. Or if you're asked to provide information that they should already know about you. Your financial institution should know a lot of information about you, and if they call and ask you for that information, that's a red flag. If you call them and they want to try to identify who you are, that's a little different. If someone is very threatening or seems to indicate that a situation for a loved one is really going to be bad and you have to make an instant decision, that's a warning sign. And finally, if you're ever asked to wire money, use gift cards, or have cash converted to crypto to solve a crisis or to receive your winnings, that's a big warning sign. So, what's the best way to protect yourself? Well, confirm the identity of the person who's making the call, sent the email or text. You have to make sure that you get away from sources that they have control of and to make sure that it's accurate. Never give out sensitive information that the person should already know. And you have to really be careful because they're really trying to get you to make decisions really quickly so you're not thinking about it. So don't be pressured. Never wire money to someone that you don't know. or you haven't done business with them. And the reason why this is important is because most businesses will take all different types of payment. Don't trust caller ID or email signatures or even text numbers because there's so many ways to spoof these messaging methods. And then just keep in the know about what are some of the common scams and frauds. Almost every financial institution will have a list of those. You can go out to the Federal Trade Commission website and get those. There's a lot of places, so you just need to make sure you know about them so you're not letting your guard down. Make sure you use strong passwords, change them often, never use the same password across all of your accounts. And then kind of the final piece of advice I would always give everyone is, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true. So, people get concerned when you talk about frauds and scams and they're like, well, I want to trust people. And my comment always is trust, but verify. And that's the best way to make sure that you don't become a victim. So the next time the IRS agent calls, you can just hang up. This has been another episode of the Smarter Money Life podcast powered by Forum Credit Union. Please leave your thoughts in the comments and be sure to look for our next episode wherever you get your podcast. Remember, now is a great time to make a difference in your financial life. Until next time.